Okay, so let's get this out of the way. Gravity Falls is cute, mysterious, weird, and occasionally straight-up nightmare fuel. Like, yeah, Bill Cipher is chaotic evil and all, but have you seen Into the Bunker? That episode doesn't just hit differently. That's the kind of stuff that would crawl in your brain, make itself comfy and whisper, what if your best friend wasn't your best friend anymore? Whoever thought of the fun little kid show would just one day decide to casually serve us identity theft, flesh-melting monsters, and underground paranoia dens. Totally normal. This one particular episode, though, it was full of psychological horror. Fans still whisper about it. Well, guess what? We finally solved it. Sleep tight, or don't. Yep, we're going there. We're talking about the one time at Gravity Falls where trust dies, faces melt, and paranoia becomes a full-time job. So why does Into the Bunker freak everyone out? Why do people still talk about it like it personally haunted their childhood? What was that creature, and did it really die? Let's crack open this bunker and find out. But maybe keep the lights on. Okay, ready to go die in the woods? So Dipper, our anxiety king, decides he's had enough. No more slow burn mysteries. He's gonna find the author of the journals once and for all, because nothing says fun summer vibes like breaking into a creepy steel bunker in the middle of nowhere. But hey, at least it was with your crush, your twin, and a dude named Zeus. At least the dude had good company, if at all. This was his last day on the planet. And if you survived this video without screaming, "What is that thing?" at least once go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You're clearly one of us. As they climb down, it's dark, we're talking. I don't think my soul's coming back up. Dark, the door's rusty. The air's be musty, and the whole place screams, this place is definitely not meant for kids. Yep, we're not meant to be there. Cool. Inside, it's empty. Dead computers, scratched up walls. The phrase, "trust no one," was carved like someone had nothing but time and terror. They find a sealed door marked, "Danger, do not open." But you know what is it with these kids and telling them what not to do? So obviously they open it, and that's when it starts. The lights begin to flicker, and kid you not, things start getting way too creepy. Something skitters in the shadows, and suddenly Dipper is standing in front of Dipper. What? That's when this new creepy character is brought in. Meet the shapeshifter. This thing doesn't bite, it doesn't growl, it copies. You blink, now it's Wendy. Blink again, it's Zeus. Next time, it's Mabel. Each version is just slightly off. Think of it like AI art that looks human until you see it has 5 fingers on its tongue. I mean, what could be more terrifyingly gross? It's not just pretending, it's becoming them. Stealing voices, stealing memories, stealing trust. Even it morphs into a half-melted monster version of the journal's author, completely with eyeballs in the wrong places and a mouth where a scream should be. And you know what's worse? It talks, it remembers, it knows who the author is, and it does not hesitate to taunt them with it. And this thing was locked up for a reason, and it just got out, and boy, it was hungry. Trust? Never heard of her? This is where it gets real. The scariest part of this episode isn't even the monster. It's the fact that no one can trust anyone anymore. Not even for a second. You went in there with your crew trying to solve a mystery, and all of a sudden, you're all alone because you literally can't tell the crew apart from the giant scary monster. Wendy could be the shapeshifter. Zeus might be fake, who knows? Even your own twin sister, suspicious. Paranoia hits hard, the walls feel like they're closing in, you're underground, surrounded by steel and secrets, and the only thing watching your back might want to wear your face like a hoodie. The bunker becomes a psychological torture chamber. Dipper wants to finally tell Wendy he likes her, but how do you have a heart-to-heart when she might just be an ancient mimic demon? Spoiler, you don't, you run. One of the moments that will forever haunt Gravity Falls fans is that this particular scene, the Mabel scene. You know, the one that made all of us question whether anyone in this show is ever safe again. Dipper gets separated from the group, heart racing, tunnel walls closing in, and then bam! Mabel shows up out of nowhere. Or so it seems. She panics, she's yelling his name, she says the monster's coming and that they need to run, but something's off. Just a little too urgent. A little too scripted, like Mabel watched herself in a mirror for too long and started glitching. And Dipper, he knows, he hesitates, and in that hesitation, you feel that rising dread where your brain screams, "This is a trap!" And it is. Because the Mabel standing there starts smiling wrong. Her eyes widen, her voice distorts, and then she longs, full shapeshifter mode, claws and teeth, that grin that says, "Gotcha!" Dipper has to fight it all, literally fight something wearing his sister's face. And that's the horror of it. This isn't just a creepy disguise, you could even call it emotional warfare. The shapeshifter uses love as bait. It uses the most sacred bond in the show, twin trust, and shatters it in a heartbeat. For a show on a kids' network, this moment is disturbingly mature. It makes you think if the thing that always made you feel safe could suddenly be the one trying to kill you. How do you ever trust again? Spoiler, you don't. Not in that bunker, not in Gravity Falls, and definitely not after this scene. So what is this thing anyway? Now, here is the fun part, no one actually knows where the shapeshifter came from. Some fans think that the author created during one of his creepy science experiments. Others think it's way older, like Forrest Eldritch god that eats identities, kinda old. Either way, the journal didn't try to study it, it just said lock it up and never open that door. Which makes you wonder, why was there a door to open in the first place? Did the author trap it? Did he find it? Or was the whole bunker built as a cage? If so, what else is in the woods? What else is still buried, waiting? This episode doesn't answer that, it doesn't try to, and that silence is scarier than any jump scare. When the shapeshifter gets cornered, it does the thing, the final form. If you've seen it, you know. You haven't, don't eat first. It's like every person it's ever copied got melted together into one twitching, glitching flesh nightmare. Extra arms, extra faces, teeth where it shouldn't be. It's like it tried to build a human from memory but forgot what humans are supposed to look like halfway through. That thing could give a grown-up man goosebumps. And it almost wins. It almost escapes. And the worst part? As it's dragged away, it says this: "You'll never find the author, but I know where he is." Wait, what? Wait. What if it was telling the truth? We brushed past this line for years, but what if it was legit? Like, think about it. The shapeshifter's not just some dumb monster. It knows things. It's been watching, studying, stuck down there for who knows how long, absorbing information, reading minds, maybe even tapping into stuff we haven't seen in the show. What if the author was there? What if the shapeshifter copied him because it ate him? Okay. Maybe not literally, but what if it got enough of him, memories, thoughts, everything, to be him? And now it's trapped in a cage underground alone, thinking, planning, changing. Because guess what? We never see it die, do we? So, is it still down there? You know what that Gravity Falls character should have done? They should have gone back, maybe set the place on fire, maybe throw the entire forest into space, but they never mention it again. The bunker stays buried, the shapeshifter unconfirmed, and with all of that, the truth is still rotting in the dark. And if that doesn't creep you out, picture what else could happen with that thing still in existence. What if it escaped? What if it's walking around Gravity Falls right now wearing someone else's face? What if the author they found wasn't the real one? What if the monster already won? This episode was actually a warning. This episode wasn't just a scary episode. It's the one time Gravity Falls looked you dead in the eyes and said, "You want to find the truth? Cool, it'll ruin you." The thing is, this shapeshifter, it wasn't just about jump scares, it was about identity, paranoia, and the fear that your reality might not be real anymore. The creepiest part, you'd never know you were living the lie. So it was Gravity Falls warning us about something real or playing with fears we weren't supposed to name? Tell us what you think in the comments, like and share if you thought this was creepy. Wait until you uncover the entire history of Tommy Shelby. Subscribe now and dive even deeper.